I ain't want no. Oh, no. Oh, 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 oh. Step into the ring, it's the champions for the time. WWE, and then we break it down. We shine from the top rope to the mat. All the action on the heat. Champions Corner podcast where the real fans meet. Champions Corner podcast where the real fans meet.
And just like that, we're back at it again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Champion Corners podcast. I'm your host, BJ. They also call me the Professor. But you know what? We can't do this fine show without the rest of us here. Starting off with everyone's favorite host, Ron G. How you doing today?
Happy 4th almost. Happy almost 4th. I got my Kurt Angle. USA, red, white, and blue. Had to put it on.
Looks like a Tigerian shirt. Okay.
This is
like
the
Game of Thrones
shirt.
Oh my God, TNA. Oh, we'll talk about that later. All right, next up, the number one player, one of the most important people who runs this whole program. How you doing, Sean Player? What's going on?
Man, I'm doing good. Another stormy day in Central Florida, but it has to be that way because my girl Jay, I told y'all my girl Jay was going to come through.
We're definitely going to talk about Jade Cargill and her placement coming into Evolution. We're going to discuss CM Punk and his run in WWE. We're also going to talk about a lot of what's going on with the potential SmackDown spoilers. I don't know. We'll see how the audience feels as we talk about it. Plus, we have AEW to discuss. We're all in Evolution, Saturday night's main event. Good Lord, we still got SmackDown. So much to get through. But first, let's start off with new tag team champions. How do you see that? How do you feel about that? Because a New Day, who came out there defending against the Judgment Day now walking around in all the gold. Granted, it's not all world titles, but it is a world title. The Raw Tag Team World Champions. Sean, how do you feel about the new tag team champions?
Man, I didn't see that one coming at all. I honestly thought that the New Day would have at least held it at least till SummerSlam, at least.
Yeah, right.
But I didn't. But now I kind of understand why, because Liv Morgan is out of the picture, and if let's call it like it is, the Judgment Day is the premier faction on Raw. They are, all eyes on the Judgment Day. We thought that they would break up by now. They've been kind of teasing it, but I guess it was all the plan all along because they seem like a well-oiled machine right now, and with adding Roxanne into the mix, which, Raquel really doesn't like it. She's not on board. But you got to do something until Liv Morgan comes back because Liv Morgan was the Rhea Ripley of that group. So,
yeah, she was a popular one, yeah.
Yeah, she was very popular. But, I mean, I didn't see it happening. But I guess being that old boy broke his neck the last time they had a match, so I guess this is his retribution, so to speak. So.
Okay, Retribution. Look at that. Classic. Retribution. Oh, and what about you, Ron? How you feel about it?
I wasn't too excited about it. Apparently the fans were for some reason. It's two heel teams, but they chose their team. They picked the Judgment Day for this match instead of New Day. I guess New Day getting on everybody's nerves, and people still mad about what they said about Big E. But the thing is, we're back to Finn Balor and what's his name,
JD McDonough.
And this was the issue they had right before the War Raiders took it from them. About who's not defending their championships. They just be having them. I mean, it's all good. Everybody look good in Judgment Day with belts. It's all good, but I swear the Judgment Day is like TNA. They found some way to stay afloat and stay relevant in some capacity.
Now you can't do TNA like that.
Wow, Judgment. I don't know who takes the credit to that one, honestly.
I'm just saying, that's what it seems like. Because it always seems like they about to break up, just like TNA. They all seem like they about to lose a TV deal or go under, but they find a way to, get right back up on that boat.
No.
Because I feel like Judgment Day. Well, hold on. Like you said, Liv Morgan is the Rhea Ripley, and now you're saying Judgment Day is TNA. It's like, well, hold on a second. Understand they are floating because they are still the A story of Raw.
I mean, they still good. I'm just saying they just find a way to get back up because everybody always continues to say
They're
Judgment
gonna
Day
break up.
is about to break up. They've
Yeah,
been saying
I
that
see.
for about a couple years now, and so that's all I'm saying. I ain't saying like they just floundering as a group. I'm just saying,
Okay.
You compared it to TNA. You said
Yeah, because
TNA.
TNA should have probably really been out of business.
yeah, but
Is it
they
like
find their
they?
way.
Yeah, I tell you, I don't know.
That's
Long.
all I'm
What did they?
saying.
I gotta say
I
this
get you.
about TNA.
Yeah.
If their stadium, man, their buildings be jam packed to capacity. It's just that everybody's not watching.
I mean, it's not a huge audience, but I mean,
Yeah, it's
you
not
know,
hard to
keep
figure
TNA.
that out.
Oh wow, gonna have this whole discussion. Keep TNA afloat because yeah, they got that strong history in the UK and most of parts of Europe. All they could get was TNA, so that's just kind of help. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah, so it's all right.
overall, how we feel about the run of the New Day? Just since the breakup of Big E, tag team run, how we all feeling about the New Day in general? Since the reign is technically over.
I feel like it wasn't totally capitalized on the heel turn, but they're still doing great work. They trying to do the best work they can. They always been pretty good on the mic, especially Xavier Woods. I think Xavier is better than Kofi actually, but Kofi is once if he has Xavier right by his side, he still does well on the mic. So I love to thank God for the New Day thing. So that I'm a fan of that. I hate that like I say everybody big dissing and whatnot, but it just we don't not able to get a payoff because Big E is not going to be able to be cleared no time soon, if ever. I pray he will get, cleared, but there's no real payoff you could get from that. And so that's why they went for the tag team titles against the War Raiders at WrestleMania. And after that, there's no real tag teams on Raw. So now they went right back to the Judgment Day. That's the only other big tag team on Raw. I mean, everybody else kind of, if that's the word you want to use, or just, they just,
Floundering.
floundering.
They about to lose TV deals.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, it
I
ain't no,
mean, that
ain't
Raw
no other
tag
group.
team,
I'll say this.
division ain't great. Yeah.
I'll say this. I think the curse of McMahon when it comes to the tag team division is still around because, especially on Raw, I mean, the tag division is, here today, gone tomorrow. I mean, it's kind of like a bathroom break almost, I mean, now I gotta say this. So New Day, I don't necessarily think it was supposed to be a payoff, Ron. I mean, because Big E is never coming back. He's never coming back.
It had to lead to something, though. I mean, there's no.
It led to them finding their, getting their point across, finding their, I guess, independence, so to speak. Maybe charting a different day. I guess closing one chapter and opening another. Because I don't think it was ever going to be, Big E coming back to. I mean, what is he going to have a handicap match with them, or he's going to pick a partner?
I'll probably get a partner. You probably get a match with one and probably find a partner. That probably Sami Zayn because Sami Zayn's everyone's freaking friend. That's just what he does. So I mean, if Big E were to come back, they probably could have gone that route. And that would have been the dynamic of the story. Also, from a standpoint, will they get back together? Wouldn't they? But I mean, these are all hypotheticals because Big E is hurt, as you mentioned. Well, is he never coming back? I don't know. I don't want to go that far into it. It is a bit of a disappointing run, but I don't know. What else are you gonna do with a New Day? I guess to some degree.
They need some more. They need more babyface teams on Raw. They need more babyface. That's actually over with the crowd. They just don't have it on Raw. I don't. Who is it? I mean Alpha Academy.
Well, they're hurt.
War Raiders.
I think they're hurt.
Nobody want to see either one of those teams like that. Other than that, I
don't know. People like if they really push Otis or Tozawa, I think, right? People like Otis, don't they?
I mean,
I don't know if they like Otis. I think it's more like sympathy. That's going around now. I mean,
you know what? Oh no, that's separate. Can't do that one. What
I mean,
I'm looking at their tag teams now.
They didn't capitalize on Otis when they had the chance with Chad Gable. So I mean, they didn't try with him. That's what I'm saying. They need some a real team. So they picked a heel team to take the titles off the New Day, and that just makes no sense. So like I said, they just got cheered for it because I guess the New Day just getting on everybody's nerves more than the Judgment Day is.
I mean, who you dislike the more,
All right. Basically, that's all that was.
So you got New Catch Republic. They're a tag team.
And they're actually a good team. So I wish some people would get behind them, or if they would do something with them.
But I think that's the only tag team faces on Raw outside the LWO. But with Rey Mysterio being out, the LWO don't exist.
Basically. Basically. And they
Well,
had
that's
Ray
fascinating.
Phoenix went to SmackDown. He was kind of teaming with him for a minute, but he went to SmackDown. So
Yeah, not too bad. But hey, in the end of it, Judgment Day, as we mentioned, did win. New tag team champs. Add more to the Finn Balor resume, adding more accolades to some degree.
he got like
But
he about a 6-time champ, ain't it?
for the tag team titles,
I think so. I think 6 times. I feel like
Is
he
it
might
6
be.
times?
I don't know. He might be.
well, yes.
He done had it with Damian Priest, JD McDonough a couple times. I'm sure he had it pretty much a few times before that.
But
So Finn Balor racking up on the tag team titles. Oh, she
he's
get
a
that world title.
He's a two. Well, oh no, 6 times.
Yeah.
6-time tag team champion.
Yep. See,
Look at that. 2-time Raw tag team and then 4-time WWE World Tag Team.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
he racking
He's
them
that
up.
guy. I like that. All right. Well, moving from
Ain't
one
mad at that.
faction to the next faction, we're going to talk about Seth Rollins and his Seth Riders. That's what I call them because I don't know any other name to go by, honestly.
Mhm.
They had a match later that night against Penta and Sami Zayn, which, of course, saw the Seth Riders catch the victory. How do we feel about this? How do we feel about the whole dynamic of Seth in this group? And also, I want to add on this layer question. Do you feel like this is a waste of Paul Heyman's talents? Because he doesn't really add anything to the group from my standpoint, but I'm just asking from a broader perspective. How do you guys feel on that as well? Paul Heyman, good fit, bad fit?
Well, he could be doing a little bit more. Speaking for them at least, he's there to hold a new briefcase that Seth has now. It's a kind of nice briefcase.
It's all right.
It's black and gold. They selling it. I'm sure on the shop.
Yeah.
They like I said, they doing all right. They got Seth, feuding with everybody on the roster. He got like 8 different feuds going on right now. So I mean, they showing their relevance and dominance, winning matches. I mean, he won a big one with the Money in the Bank, so he gonna have his world title shot whenever he wants. And I'm sure I don't see why Braun and Bronson didn't go for the tag team titles themselves. I figured they would be the ones to go for the tag team titles. That would have made sense for me. So we'll see where it goes. But like I said, they feuding about everybody, so they better add a new member or something because they racking up the enemies right now.
Yeah, I hear you.
Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, they can't get gold before their leader.
You know, I was thinking that too. Like, that would look kind of weird if they were champions before him. It just
he's still able to hold something. He got Money in the Bank. He all right. He all right. Seth will be all right.
No, I hear you. It's just the aesthetic. The aesthetic.
That's just a prop, man. That's a prop.
Well, they looking like props themselves. I need them to stand out.
No, they don't need the tag team. They don't need the tag team belts to stand out. They're playing their role. Their role is to just be hired help for Seth Rollins and to carry out Seth Rollins' vision. That's it.
Now, you see, no, you're not wrong in what you're saying, but I feel like that's kind of the issue from the standpoint of Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker's already a 2-time Intercontinental Champion without Seth Rollins. What is he gaining being with Seth Rollins at this point that he probably couldn't gain on his own merit because he's got that dog in him?
Yeah.
This is what I wanted to say. Like, this group from day one should have just established dominance, not from a standpoint of, your presence when you come to the ring and how you talk on the mic. They should have established dominance. We going in the back. We wreaking havoc. We just tearing stuff. You got big old Bronson Reed. You just tearing stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Making it more so of a real threat because right now they're just a popular group. You know what I'm saying? And they have to do something with Seth Rollins because these fans, these fans still love to sing his song and all this stuff. I think that dilutes what the real issue, what the purpose of the group is. The purpose of the group is to be a dominating heel group. But I really don't think he didn't really need a group, in my opinion. Seth Rollins could have done whatever he wants to do, whatever his plan is. He could have done that without these guys. So now you're just 3-4 guys just kind of just being cool. You know what I'm saying? But to your point, I think this is wasting Paul Heyman talent because Seth Rollins doesn't need anybody to talk for him. I mean, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker really don't have like that much of a speaking role. So, I think if anything, it should have been Paul Heyman teaming up with Bronson Breaker to propel him forward.
Yeah. I mean, that still will happen though, because they're gonna still learn from Paul Heyman, and that it's still gonna propel them after this. Because at a certain point, one of them gonna break out of the group and turn on Seth or turn on each other. Either way. But as far as Seth goes, like I told y'all, he gets a security team every 5 years. It seems like right now he got these two. Before he had what AOP and whatnot,
Yeah.
and then before that he had Jamie Noble and what's the other dude name for Eminem?
Actually, no. Prior, before that, or after that, he had
Austin Theory.
Austin Theory, and
Well, that was
was
for
it
a hot
Andrade?
second. He had Austin Theory. He had
That
Austin
was
Theory for
still
a
a
hot
fact.
second.
They took out Rey Mysterio's eyeball. You call it a
Yeah.
hot second. Rey Mysterio calls that a surgery. All right, that was a procedure.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, Buddy Murphy. That was the other one. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, every few years he feel like he needs somebody to protect him and help him get some more accolades.
Yeah, not for
Well, so
nothing. He kind of takes it from his boy
what-
Triple H. He had kind of the same
I
run.
mean, yeah.
Can't be the game. It can't be the game. I think if this was Evolution, I mean, Evolution made their point known. You knew who was who on the group. Right now, we're having a guess. You knew Batista's role. You knew Randy Orton they were grooming him to be the next guy, right? All those things were played out.
Maybe this is more DX, where everyone's role is just break it down. I don't know. Suck it.
But I want to ask this. I heard this online. What do you guys think about this? I heard this on Busted Open. What do you guys think about this being a more compelling story? Now, for all full disclosure, right now I'm about to book myself into a frenzy. I mean, I have to put that out there, right? Because this may not even happen.
You about to get somebody hopes up.
Yeah. So I had to put that out there, full disclosure.
Yeah.
But what if it's the final boss controlling this whole thing, this whole piece with Seth Rollins, just to, I guess, ultimate, because we're getting to the end of John Cena's run here. What if this is the way to kind of, I guess, turn John Cena back face? This is the narrative I heard online. What do you guys think about that?
And I think full on, just to get this out of the way, keep The Rock out of everything, and it'll be perfectly fine. Honestly speaking, yeah. You add him into stuff, it always horribly dilutes the story in a bad way. That's from my perspective. Listen.
Well, so wait a minute. So that WrestleMania.
When he entered himself, how did he enter himself originally?
No,
I want the match with Roman.
Not this one. Yeah. So you telling me that was point? You telling me that wasn't must see TV?
It became must see TV when they realized the fans didn't want to see it.
I mean, that's such as life.
No, okay, but that's my point. It's like he came in and ruined a story that was already going. And then they had that final way. They had when he was coming in, he wanted to take the WrestleMania match away from Cody.
Mm-hmm.
That was a story being told that Cody was going to face Roman again. The Rock is coming in because of what? Because he's The Rock? No, fans didn't want that. And they voted against that by saying, boo. Like, I don't know what else you want. You're saying it's a marquee match. Obviously not, because the in-house crowd was saying, no, we don't want that match. We want Cody and Roman.
Now they want it.
Well, I don't know, do they? Because it's like, I don't know. Because then The Rock added himself. The Rock added himself again to Cody's story, and this time with the whole soul thing. And then the problem there was just the follow through. It's like, if you're going to do this, follow through. But there wasn't a follow through. So it's like, I can't get behind it.
These are the same fans that are chomping at the bit now for Cody Rhodes to turn heel.
Are they? I don't know, because I don't know. Look, you talking about fans online or fans in the audience?
Not only that, these are the same fans that wanted this whole story to be fulfilled, not shortly after that, just to boo this man as they felt like his face run was becoming dwindling down and becoming dull. These are those same fans. These are the same fans that your boy Cena says have a toxic relationship. And God, do they make Cena look like a prophet?
Listen, I don't know. Fans behave in all sorts of ways. That's why they're fans. Fans are short for fanatics. Fans take up for people even when they do bad things. Tom Brady, right? So it's like, that's what fans do.
Hey,
I don't know what to say. Fans can also flip-flop if they're depending on sometimes the temperature of the weather. One day this person's the best wrestler. One day this person's a horrible wrestler. It's like, I don't know what. Here's my thing. Are they doing the Wolves? Do they at least get on their feet when he comes out? Is he attracting attention? If you start losing T-shirt sales and you start losing ratings, I'll hear your argument. But as long as the fans are engaging, I think that is a key point. That's what we talk about, engagement. Going back to the Rock thing, it's negative engagement because, again, no follow through on the second one, 41, and then inserting himself where they had to change the story back to the original plot in 40. It's like, Rock, don't Black Adam this stuff. Henry Cavill was written out. Don't try to put him in. Quit trying to manipulate this world to be your world. Don't Vince McMahon the whole thing. Let it play out. That's my thing. So that's why I'm saying, you have talking about adding the Rock into it. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy it. I feel like it's going to be a cluster and it's going to be bad and then it's going to have to be rewritten. But that's my opinion.
People saying they're gonna put him right back in the John Cena and Cody thing.
Okay, and that's still okay. You know what? Let's play that all the way out. Play that all the way out. So John Cena, did he do what he do to Cody by selling out to The Rock? If he's selling out to The Rock, what does The Rock gain by having John Cena retire with the belt?
Well, I don't even think John Cena sold out to The Rock because he's not once said that. And if you look at it, John Cena is making it blatantly clear that he knew that this was his final time and he had to do whatever it was necessary for him to leave the way he wanted to leave. He took control of the control of the narrative.
He sell out to The Rock? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is that what happened?
I don't think so. We're saying he sold out to The Rock.
Wow, okay then. Well, it's like, then how is he inserted in the scene when Cody already said no?
Elementary, that's what it looked like. But it wasn't no follow through, like you said, at WrestleMania, like it should have been. And now, Cody, when he came back from the loss at WrestleMania, he mentioned that the offer was still on the table. So that's why a lot of people thinking, especially now since Cody has his match with Cena at SummerSlam, might, pop back up. This is where he pops up. And Cody might either take it this time because he doesn't want to hesitate in getting what he wants back. And, and because he had a new ad, especially how he wrestled Randy Orton at Night of Champions, it was a more aggressive.
I don't even buy that. I mean, the man had to do what he had to do to win. I don't think that's a heel. I don't think that's necessarily him. Are we planting seeds for him to be a heel, full blown heel?
Who are we talking about, Orton or Cena?
Not full blown. No, we're talking about Cody right now.
I'm sorry, Cody.
Yeah.
So let me understand this. Is there a belief that there's going to be like a double face heel turn where Cody sells out to The Rock and then Cena becomes a face?
Yeah, and that's how Cena gets back to being a face for the rest of his run. I mean,
Right,
that's just a
it's professional wrestling. Anything can happen.
It's what people putting out there. That's not what I'm saying. That's what people putting out there.
Like I told you from the beginning, I'm just booking myself into a frenzy. This may or may not happen.
It's professional wrestling. Anything can happen. It's professional wrestling is no, it's not all the work. Not all of it. But
like you said, it's all the work.
It can be extravagant and it can be ludicrous. And that's kind of the things you enjoy about it because it's in a different realm. It's a different world. Will it make sense? Only if they make it make sense. Don't force it, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not mad at it, but hey, let us know in the comments what you think. Should The Rock be inserted in SummerSlam? How is this whole thing going to play out with John Cena and Cody Rhodes? And you know what? If you really like what you're listening to, hit the like button, by the way. And then you also want to subscribe to the channel as well. Hit the notification bell so next time you know when we're going live. There's a few people viewing, but no one really in the chat just yet. But you know, it's still early. We're just going to go ahead and keep right on going. So following through, early in the night, you did have a whole promo segment with Gunther talking about his match with Goldberg and going on about how he's going to dismantle Goldberg in 3 minutes, which I hope is quicker than that, honestly. But we're not talking about that because later he was interrupted by Seth Rollins, who was later interrupted by CM Punk.
On site.
Right? It's on site. You know what? We talk about these theories. We talk about these beliefs and fantasy booking. I'm going to fantasy book something for you. What if scrap all of that whole thing and Seth Rollins catches in the middle of the Cody and Cena match and wins the world title or WWE Championship. And this leads to him and CM Punk at WrestleMania fighting for that belt. I'm just throwing that out there. How does that sound?
I kind of saw him cashing in on Gunther, if anything.
Maybe. I mean, why wouldn't you cash in for the big title, though? I don't know. It's just me.
Yeah. I don't know if their feud actually needs a belt or not. Because, I mean, it's already hyped for the way it is to me with Seth and CM Punk.
Yeah, but if Seth has the money in the bank, it's going to involve a title. Yeah, it's going to involve a title. So it's like, ain't about whether or not it needs it. it's probably inevitable.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
feel like he'll cash it in on the World Heavyweight Championship also.
Okay.
I'd
All right.
rather have Cody be the WWE champion over on that side. I mean that's just my opinion of what I want. I mean that's not necessarily what may work or everything else. But I'd rather see Cody get that ball back. I feel like he's a great champion right now. I'd like to see Cody versus Seth one more time. Maybe. I mean we've seen it like 3 straight matches they had, but it's
Yeah.
a different time. It's been enough time. I feel like that was 2022, and so it's been enough time for since then.
I guess. I love Cody and Seth's cool, but I don't know. I've seen him enough. All right.
yeah. I think he's going for the world title. So, but it's going to be a cash in. The last show you said you was worried that this would mess up his cash in chances, right? Isn't that what we were talking about last time?
So I think, I don't know, there was an idea that he would have a failed cash in. He might. He's already been like the heist of the century. So it's like, should he have another good one? Or should it just.
Yeah, I was worried because CM Punk may cost him this money in the bank, especially since what Seth did at Night of Champions, but to him.
Yeah. So that's why I mentioned CM Punk, because he did kind of come in and interrupt. But I don't know. That's another thing. This CM Punk and Seth Rollins feud has been going on for a very long time as well. Is CM Punk a bit too self-righteous in his own right? Recently, he apologized in Saudi Arabia to the people about a tweet he did about 6 years ago or so. There's been reports that the person that even brought the whole thing up was a plant by WWE.
Wait, say that
Has
again?
CM... What's that?
Say that again? What happened?
Oh, so I don't know if you heard. Dave Meltzer reported on this a little bit. I think Sean Ross Sapp did too. When CM Punk did his tour, I mean, when they did the event Night of Champions, he did a press.
Muhammad?
Yeah, the Muhammad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some were saying that was a plant, a WWE actor who wanted to bring up the situation so Punk could address it.
I mean, well, I ain't mad at that. I mean, because he was getting booed anyway, so.
Yeah.
Well, that's beyond the point. My question is, even if that was true in that case, has Punk become the very thing he spoke against in his own pipe bomb years ago?
That's where you're getting at. Okay.
Yeah, has he become the corporate punk? Corporate man Punk is how I address him. He's not the CM Punk I like or used to like. That CM Punk is angry and died in AEW. It just happened.
What else is he going to do? Is he still going to be the angry Punk and continue to just be the black sheep and not get the big payday? I mean, how many more years does CM Punk have? You know what I mean?
It's not even about that. It's more so just about the character. The
Yeah.
character, CM Punk is an edgy character, and nothing about him is that in any regard.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm doing it for the people. Like, okay.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
these are different times we live in as well.
Yeah.
And I think,
Maybe you can make stories.
hey, he buried the hatchet, right? So it make no sense to come back. I mean, you said you buried the hatchet, right?
Well, I'm talking
Yeah.
about you can make a story of him actually being aggressive and edgy. I'm not saying he has to be that backstage. I'm saying him as a character is boring. Put it
Oh,
plain.
okay. Okay,
That's what I'm coming to. And that's what
well, because
look, man.
that's the whole person though, right? So if he's edgy on camera, he has to be that's just what it was, right? The person you saw on camera was also the person that was backstage, right? And that person backstage burned down a lot of houses, burned over a lot of bridges, so
Yeah.
I mean, I think to answer your question, I think he's going along to get along at this point.
Right. That's what I think too. Like it's like his last bridge to cross, and he ain't trying to burn it. He trying to keep it afloat, and keep it going to the end of his career, most likely.
Brother got to take care of that dog.
And AJ, but yeah, he just he tired of fighting people in the back. He tired of being frustrated. Tired of being looked at as the asshole or whatever in the background. He tired of.
What did that get him? Honestly, what did that get him?
World titles. I don't know. What do you want? Money. Like, it ain't like he was a complete failure. So it's like, we talking like he had nothing.
It got him all that, but one thing. The one thing he continuously talks about.
What's that?
His main event spot at WrestleMania.
Okay, but I mean that in itself, it's like, okay, that is something you kind of want from a standpoint of, if I'm an artist, I want not necessarily a Grammy, because I already got a Grammy. I'm a world champion. I want to play at Carnegie Hall, something like that.
Like basketball players wishing and growing up saying that they wanted a championship ring? Is there
But
something
he's
like
won
that?
the world title, so that's why I can't equate it to that because he already won the world title.
I know where you're going with that. Either way.
What, LeBron? He won the world championship.
No,
What you
he's talking about that conversation LeBron was having. But we
Talking
talked
about
about
that
that
ring?
last episode.
That
I
ring?
do actually want to address that because
But
I know. Not right
nah,
now. Let's say with CM Punk, because that was a load. Like LeBron, just stop talking sometimes. I don't care. I get what he's trying to say, but the way he says it is just awful. Because that was
Coming
a
from a
horrible
guy that got
explanation.
rings, you know what I mean?
And then he talked. Peyton Manning has 2. He said Peyton Manning had
He
1.
said
Peyton
one.
Manning has 2.
Put some respect on that man.
Who's Jim Kelly? Keep that in mind. I'm going to bring him up again. Who's Jim Kelly? And how come no one knows him, but everyone should? And yet it's going to prove LeBron's. Okay, whatever. Don't want to get to that.
Well, CM Punk, though, does he have to be the one that had the chip on his shoulder all the time and have an attitude with everybody? I mean, because the last...
Do we say that about Drew McIntyre? Do we say that about Seth Rollins? Do we say that about Roman Reigns?
Wait
Roman Reigns, all these men have a chip on their shoulder. Did we say that about Kevin Owens?
I don't think the chip on their shoulder is as massive as it was on CM Punk's shoulder.
Yeah.
From what standpoint are we talking about?
Because
Does CM Punk hated working for Vince McMahon?
Yeah, that's all it was. He hated Vince.
Okay, and Vince is gone. So it's like, yeah, he come back then.
Yeah, I'm saying, and now the locker room was the way he likes to have it, and everybody's getting along, everybody, pushing it forward. And so
but that's what everyone said when Vince left. Yeah, I get that. And I'm not saying be a rabble rouser. I'm saying that it's like...
Are you saying the character? I get on TV. Yeah.
Or is it more so the line? Is it more so the line where you're a millionaire now? So who are you really the voice of, right?
He's always been a millionaire. Well, okay, I give you. Well, that goes to the other point. You're the voice of the voiceless, but who's the voiceless you're speaking for? I mean, I get it. He was at a No Kings March.
But I think that's why I said I think times have changed. If anything, his pipe bomb set up for everybody to be better today. That's the way I see it.
His pipe bomb created AEW, if you want to be real technical.
Yeah, it's a catalyst to all that. Yeah. And like I said, like you were just trying to mention just now, what's the voiceless thing? It's not about just wrestling. He trying to speak for other, causes and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be on TV all the time, but he might be doing that for other causes. Now he's speaking with his voice.
Okay, you know what? Let's take it from this angle. How about we do this? How about we talk about the average age of the main event card in WWE right now? And we talk about how him being the voice of the voiceless, being 40, close to 50. I remember when Hogan was around this age and they kept saying he was pushing down talent. Is it fair if I said that CM Punk is holding back talent because he won't let go of that whole WrestleMania main event dream?
No, because I went for the World Championship or nothing like that.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't even for no one contender shot. And then he wasn't the only one in there.
Come on, that wasn't the main event. That wasn't the last match of the entire card. You know he wants that main event.
He want that main event, night 2.
Seriously.
I mean, I get it.
Night 2.
I mean, but as long as he's wrestling, you're going to want to chase that.
I bet you are, but are you holding people back who need to be in that spot? Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, people like that, maybe.
They ain't ready for that. They ain't ready for that.
They ain't ready for that.
I don't think they're ready for that. Either way, none of them.
None of them ready for that. Oh, okay. I'm not saying
they ready. They ready for a spot on the card, yeah, but I don't think those class of wrestlers are ready for that. I feel like he's deserving of his spot. Like I said, he has some pretty good feuds with Seth, Drew, and the woman Cena just now. I thought it was pretty good. I feel like I enjoyed their match. And I enjoyed, the Punkonomics. I enjoyed the pipe bomb from Cena. I enjoyed all that. The Night of Champions. And as far as his character, like being a rebel or whatnot, I feel like the last thing that he probably did that'll look like that in your eyes is what he said about The Rock. Yeah, that little promo he did on The Rock. I feel like that's the CM Punk everybody wants to hear, but a lot of times you still get that every now and then.
But you still get that same edginess on the microphone every now and then. You still get that.
Every now and then. Yeah, it feels good to be alive and insert city name. You might as well just be Mick Foley out there getting cheap pops.
He ain't gonna say nothing. He ain't gonna say nothing every episode. I mean, come on.
No, it's just I don't know. It's just good guy Punk is just lame. He needs to be a bad guy. That's kind of what it comes down to. Good guy Punk is just lame. I don't care. And he's a hypocrite. How about that? I'm throwing it on. And he's holding people's spots back.
I don't think
all
so.
of it.
Oh,
Give him
no.
all
Get
of
out
it.
of here. If anybody doing that is Randy Orton.
Really?
No,
No, Randy
no,
Orton
really?
like that.
Really, Randy Orton?
That's
Randy
what
Orton
you
shouldn't
say?
have been in. Randy Orton shouldn't have been in the King of the Ring finals. I don't care.
I could tell you a whole lot of people who couldn't have been in there. Cody
Yeah, you gotta say
It's Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins shouldn't have been Money in the Bank.
Cody
Seven-
Rhodes didn't have to be in King of the Ring either.
He
how long y'all think?
He
How
didn't.
long they gonna keep holding back LA Knight? We talk about all these old people.
Boy, yeah, LA Knight. Because I love the promo he did with CM Punk. He said, I am the line. I mean, I felt that one. You're like, you can have 6 nights a week, but Saturday night, main event, I'm right there with Seth Rollins. I am the line. Yeah.
You can't say that Orton is
I like
holding
that
people
one.
back. You can't say Orton is
You a
holding people
lie.
back.
You
can't
a
say
lie.
that.
I just
can't say
said it. I just said it.
Wow,
No.
he just said he's the line. He just set the line right there.
What
No,
the-
seriously.
For what? Orton is
Is
not
Orton
holding
holding?
nobody back.
Is Orton holding? I mean, Orton ain't winning world championships. He's
Orton
not
is
necessarily
barely
taking
there.
me. Yeah,
Orton
he's
is
not
barely
really there a lot.
He's barely there.
He was enough to go through that tournament when other people should have been coming up on that tournament.
But
Who
you know
else
what?
would you-
Maybe other people didn't want to go to that country. We got to take that into account. We talk about Dominic. He was hurt. There's a theory that maybe he didn't want to do it.
I mean, it's a maybe, but I don't know. Somebody else could have been in that. Somebody else could have made it to that finals. 'Cause like I said, Cody didn't need that either. He didn't need the King of the Ring for real.
I mean, no. Well,
I
listen.
love Cody, but I'm saying him or Orton didn't need that. They could have fought in some other capacity. I want to see that match, but I didn't. It didn't need to be King of the Ring finals.
You know what? Since we going down that road of who people holding people back,
Yeah.
John Cena's retirement tour holding the whole roster back.
Listen.
No,
Man,
don't do
holding
that.
the whole
Man,
roster.
let's do it.
This is a retirement tour.
Let's do it.
No,
Let's talk about it.
This is the last.
We
This
gotta
the
talk
last
about
time
this.
he.
I don't care.
Hold
Listen,
on, bro.
that's a
that's
very
the real
valid
question.
question.
This is the
because
last time he gracing us with his presence, and we gonna do it. We gonna do it for the GOAT. We doing it for the GOAT with this one.
PJ, we putting everybody else storyline on hold to fulfill this one deal.
right? Just so he can go ahead and go out on top. I see. He said Donald Trump is going to host a UFC 250 at the White House, by the way.
Well, that's going to be lit.
It's TKO. Oh, you know, some people from WWE gonna be there.
Hey,
Wow.
I would like to be there too. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, I don't need to be there.
I ain't gonna lie.
Let's get back to Cena.
What
Is
up,
John
Alex?
Cena-
What's up?
Is John Cena suffocating the title card because he wants to go out with his little story?
No,
If John Cena, let me ask you this: do you think John Cena is going to lose at SummerSlam?
No.
Yeah, I said that months ago. I said Cody is getting it back at SummerSlam. He's getting the ball back.
What are you gonna do with him after
this
that?
This is building up your star right now even more. That's why I say it's not holding it back.
What you gonna do with him after that? He still got 4 months after that at SummerSlam.
Oh, he gonna find something. He got enough superstars on this roster. I'm pretty sure there's over 100 people on this roster he can fight.
I know, okay, people he could fight, but I mean, what's the story going into this? Like, he ain't just fighting people just to fight people.
I don't know. Like I said, you got Gunther, you got AJ Styles. I mean, who else? Braun Breaker right there. I mean, who else they trying to build up? That's what Cena been trying to do for the past few years.
That's a lie.
He been there for the younger talent.
That's a lie.
Ain't my fault Austin Theory couldn't take it.
That's a lie.
He couldn't come back with nothing.
He buried more people than Undertaker. Ain't that what Punk said?
And Punk also said, I'm gonna miss you when you go in that same promo.
I mean, that's why Punk is so full of it. That's why Punk is full of it.
So I don't want to hear that part.
The whole Punkonomics thing, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. I hear what you're saying, but you're saying this like, I don't know. I'm starting to wonder if he's going to lose too. I think Cena might actually win.
I think he's losing.
I hear Cena losing, but it's like, what story do you tell with Cena? Do you tell a redemption arc? How does that even look?
Redemption for what? But redemption for what?
Because Sean makes a very valid point. Fans are fickle. I mean, no secret. And it's kind of like, this is sort of proving Cena correct. So it's a weird thing for him. I don't know. What is he remorseful about? I'm still not exactly sure why he even attacked Cody Rhodes at this point. Because he's telling me he's selling soul to The Rock. So it's like, if I'm looking at face value, I don't really understand the Cena storyline to some degree.
The Cena storyline is pulling back everybody else's storyline.
Nah, no, it ain't. No, because
Yeah.
everybody got something going on.
All those
No,
stars
it's just he didn't feel like he didn't. It's just feel like he didn't. He's not ready. He wasn't ready to go out. He wants to go out, but he feel like he needs to go out on top. But he don't think Cody should be that guy. But in the storyline, Cody is coming up to prove, yeah, I'm here. I'm the next one. I'm for real about it. And he put him up, and then he give Cody respect at SummerSlam. He gonna shake his hand, raise it up. Cody doesn't go heel or not, and it's like to prove another person is prove Cody is that guy, just like Brock Lesnar did at that SummerSlam.
How many hand raises Cody need?
How many did Roman need? I mean, it just.
But the fans weren't buying into Roman. But the fans weren't buying into Roman. That's not a fair comparison because fans weren't buying into Roman. You talk about that, but you
That's
were
not
there.
fair.
Right, you saw that. You know the context.
So you telling me, so John Cena gonna do all this just to lose at SummerSlam?
I mean, he had the title. He got his 17th championship, and he did it for no reason.
No, he did it for a reason. He did it to retire the championship because, like you mentioned, nobody else is worthy enough to be a champion.
He says he's the last real champion.
Yeah, but we about to prove that Cody is the next champion, next guy that's filling his shoes. That legit this time.
But Cody's gonna be around, so he can lose another match.
But you know what? That's kind of this weird thing. John Cena also is like kicking people in the nards, and that's not necessarily championship mentality for me. I don't know, maybe not.
It's not, but he tries his hardest to be healed, but he just can't get moved for real.
Yeah, but that ain't got nothing to do with him still not being a heel. That ain't got nothing.
Yeah, it do. Him kicking people. He never did that before as a face.
Because I'm saying the people cheering for him still, that don't take away from him being the heel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can still be a heel even people cheer because that's just what you're gonna do.
I'm saying he's still going along with it. But like I said, we thought he was shaking hands with CM Punk as Night Champion, but he still had that made that face when he was hugging. So he's still playing the heel role.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's still a heel, yeah.
But we're seeing flashes of him regretting what he's doing right now.
No, y'all want
flashes. Just like we're saying flashes of Cody maybe foreshadowing him being a heel in certain aspects.
Those flashes you talk about happen in moments that if you don't pay for premium Peacock, you wouldn't see.
No, they show them video packages too sometimes.
No, it's not.
Yeah, they are.
Those flashes are what
you ain't paying for premium. You ain't seeing the video package. You seeing commercials.
Man, listen. Hey, BJ, those flashes are what his fans want to see.
Yeah, I get it, but it's like I don't even know what to make of that because he could also just be sitting like this could be the last time.
All right,
screw those fans.
But and like he can say, continue to say interviews, you'll get all because people ask him certain questions about how he feel and how you feel about the fans doing this, and he said that's gonna come out later. He don't want to go spoil anything.
But that ain't got nothing to do with him turning face.
I mean, I feel like he will.
I mean, he probably will. I'm just saying, I don't know if he's gonna lose at SummerSlam.
I think so. I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
Look, I hope so. I legit hope he does, but I just don't know.
Yeah, I said months ago, Cody it's time for Cody to get that belt back. At SummerSlam.
I definitely will. I never.
I'm trying to see what I'm trying to see what all.
I didn't want this 17 reign to begin in the first place.
Oh,
ain't nobody
I
did to be 17. I bet you did.
I did.
We talked so much about what shouldn't have happened. That shouldn't have happened.
All right.
I get why it happened. I get the necessity of it from a WWE perspective.
It's history,
but from a wrestling fan perspective, it could have been anyone else but Cena.
Yeah.
Not me.
It would have made more sense for Orton to do that. He the legend.
Why? That's over 15. That ain't breaking no records.
No, he's talking about breaking 17 though.
Nah.
Listen, I don't like the Orton pick either, but there's an argument for it. There's a case for it. The Legend Killer thing is a strong gimmick. I get it. But well, I'm not denying that. But, I could also do without any of them. But anyway, moving on. Gonna go ahead and move on to the next topic.
Just know your boy is holding folk back. Just know that.
Cena. I don't know.
He also
tell me what you think. Do you think? Let me ask you what the fans think. Do they think that there's people being held back? Do you feel like there is an instance in which WWE, like I said, you look at that top card bracket, a lot of those guys are closer to 50 than they are to 30. I don't know. Do they have an age problem in WWE? Who knows? I tell you who doesn't. The women's division, as we head into Evolution, got quite a few matches kind of being built up.
Yeah.
I guess we can't talk about spoilers, but Liv Morgan is out, so that kind of changed a few things with the Liv and I guess Brie Bella match they were going to do. I guess they were going to do that.
I'm glad.
It's probably like it was supposed to be like a tag team title match, I guess.
I'm so glad that Brie Bella won't be there.
Yeah, me too. They can probably find
Why
a way
does everyone
there.
hate on? Why do people hate on Brie Bella so much?
But she is not good in the ring.
What is that?
What
Okay.
song say? You can look, but you can't touch.
But you can't touch. You
Please.
keep screaming of the stars above. Song is catchy. Evolution. Does this thing even have matches? Well, we got quite a few matches. Yeah, we got Jessie Jane. Oh, yeah, we got the NXT Women's Championship. That was already said a long time ago.
Yeah,
Io Sky facing Rhea Ripley. They had their promo segment. Io setting a challenge, Rhea Ripley accepting. I see some people are not happy about this.
I'm all for it because Rhea didn't ask for this.
No,
she didn't ask for it.
She was about to. She was about to.
Challenged. And I mean, she just did a street fight and at Night of Champions.
So
I mean that might have wrote her right into that because who else is gonna challenge her for the championship?
Oscar.
Yeah, Oscar.
Oscar
They say
got
that for
ahead.
SummerSlam.
I mean, Oscar.
Which brings me to that point. Do you think Rhea Ripley's walking out with his belt or Io's retaining?
I hope not. Shoot.
Rhea Ripley walking right out with that belt. She hasn't had the belt since she returned, so she
don't need it, Bo. She all right. Like I said,
Well, you know, they haven't done anything with Io.
Io Sky, she says she wanted to face the best. She already beat Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania and Bianca Belair. So she beat the best. So find somebody else that's right there. Oscar, that's that you've been wanting to fight already.
I mean, she could still fight Oscar.
I mean, yeah, I hope Io retains. Cause like I said, Rhea just don't.
He's saying he won't be for the championship. That's what he's hinting at. He just won't be at the championship.
Nah, bro.
Just go get that.
I ain't feeling it. Like I said, the thing is, I like Rhea Ripley. I just don't think she needs the belt.
I hear you. You know what I always say? Sometimes it ain't about the person needing the belt. Maybe sometimes it's the belt needing the person.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, I mean, listen.
But she was building up to fight Liv Morgan.
Who?
Yeah, but Liv's hurt.
Io. I know what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what was building up. So that's probably why Rhea in the spot, though, I guess.
I mean, well, word was they had to replan and rethink a whole lot of things since Liv went down. I guess they was playing on a lot around Liv.
Yeah. Basically, that's what it seemed like.
Yeah, it does seem like she was the whole thing keeping us together. And since she got hurt, the whole show just seems to kind of go a different direction. But they do have a Battle Royal coming up as well. Whereas for a Women's World Championship match, a Clash at Paris.
Paris.
Yeah. I think Stephanie McCourt is the favorite at this moment, I think, for that one.
So it's just a Women's World Championship? Is that any title? That's not very specific.
I'm assuming that's whatever title's on your brand, whatever brand if you win whatever brands you own, that's what title you go for, I'm assuming.
Okay. That's like they did with the King of the Ring then.
Yeah, Queen of the Ring.
Okay. Queen of the Ring, I see that.
So Steph might be that favorite.
That's what Jay gets at. So Jay's not going to do the Queen of the Ring gimmick, I take it. She's just going to Jay Cargill it.
I don't know. Well, we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Because he's not a heel. That's usually a heel gimmick anyway.
And this is why I'm glad you brought that up, because I meant to say this on the last show. You know, because depending on, me personally, I always think Jay Cargill makes a better heel, right? And I know the reason why they probably wouldn't do that right now is because you got Naomi running out there as a heel. But I'm like, if the fans continue to boo her, let's just say on the off chance she continues to get booed, I think what she needs to pull a page out of the Rock's book and just like, hey, you know, you guys can. I think she told one of the fans, she was like, your mama or something like that.
Yeah,
I think she should use that to her advantage. You know, if these people are just gonna keep booing her for whatever reason, she used that to her advantage.
Well,
but I don't see why she wouldn't play the Queen of the Ring gimmick. I don't see why she wouldn't do that.
I don't think that was just a Saudi Arabia thing. I think fans in America, you know, are feeling Jade. Well, we'll see what happens on SmackDown. I mean, I'm gonna see where they're gonna be on SmackDown. Well, they was in Pittsburgh, but
Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh.
Yeah, because they did a double taping.
Double tape.
Pittsburgh.
But we'll see what she do. She probably would a crown, whatnot. But I don't think she's gonna do a full-fledged "I'm the Queen" gimmick.
And she only has 2 weeks to do it anyway, because the match is at SummerSlam.
I miss when they used to bring the winner up and they sit in the throne for that one little time. You know, I miss that part. So.
Yeah.
I mean, they bring the crown in the ring. Not everyone seems to wear it. Gunther wasn't having it. Cody didn't wear it, I don't think.
I mean, no, Cody didn't wear it on camera really, but they do have a picture of him with it on though.
Oh yeah, Cody's a clown. He'll probably do it.
Yeah, he had it on.
All right. And then also you have Roxanne Perez with Raquel Rodriguez versus Alexa Bliss and two other teams, which would be a fatal four-way for the tag team WWE World Women's Championship.
Well, yeah, because NXT is going to be represented.
Yeah, and they got to throw a lot of people in this.
You got somebody from all three brands, so fatal four-way. Okay, yeah.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see who gets in there. I feel like they might still retain. They just got the belts together. I mean, even though, like I said, Raquel was reluctant to have Roxanne even in the group, let alone be the tag team champion with her, and she just didn't want to lose the belt, so she just agreed to that.
I mean, you gotta have me seriously. You don't want to lose the title for forfeit because they would have to lost it at a forfeit, right? For not being able to defend the titles. Is that right?
So are we going to get like a
AJ should be the Intercontinental Champion? But anyway,
no.
Are we going to get?
No,
are we going to get?
I knew that's where he was going. But Dominic has a doctor's note that he doesn't have, and he didn't have to lose the belt.
My God, a doctor. Okay,
No
go ahead,
doctor's
Sean.
note.
Go ahead, Sean.
He
So
did.
we gonna get another situation like we had on SmackDown between Bianca and Jade. Now it's gonna be Liv and Raquel and Roxanne.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, I mean, but Liv got hurt in the ring, so we can't play the whole whodunit thing.
Nah,
yeah, I mean, it's not the same situation.
We can still play because when Liv come back, she's gonna want to, have her tag team championship back. She never really lost.
I mean,
that's going to be interesting.
That's if they still got him. That's if they still got him when she comes back.
Well, who else they facing? Because that belt moves nowhere.
But no, to that point, if they were to lose it, that could be another reason Liv can come back in and be like, see, why we got her here? Get her out. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can go with it. I don't know. We'll see. Because Liv got hurt, it was unexpected. So they're having to rewrite whatever Judgment Day story they had going. Be interested to see what they do with it, though.
Yeah, because they had Dom actually. Because I think everybody agreed that she's supposed to be in the group. That they didn't want her to be in the group.
Well, yeah, my Roxanne.
Yeah, for Roxanne, yeah.
Oh, Roxanne Perez. All right, we're moving on. Also, by the way, check out our merch shop. That way you can dress like a champion while looking like a champion.
Hey.
Championsthecorner.com. I'm sorry, was it championspodcast.com?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, championscornerpodcast.com. Yeah,
get your merch. Go and get your merch.
Get your merch.
Exactly. Remember, like and subscribe, everyone. I want to give a big shout out to Alex in the chat. Again, back to UFC. That's going to be weird at the White House. That's going to be an event. But keeping in the realm of wrestling, let's move over to AEW. A lot of big stories going on in AEW. But first, we always got to talk about the news. The news of Brit Baker. I don't know if you guys heard about this recently. Yeah, there's talks that she may want out her contract. She feels as if she's not finding any place for her in the new field and spectrum of AEW. Tony Khan said, okay, go home, but you're still on contract. How do you feel about that?
A lot of people don't know. She got a problem with a lot of people. And if you got a problem with Tony himself also, that means something you need to go and get out of the situation. Because some people probably don't like you and Adam Cole situation. And some people just don't like your attitude, period. And like I said, the boss probably ain't feeling you. So, and you should be right up there. Because like I said, they need a third and fourth top woman in the company. Tony and Mercedes, the top two. And like I said, it's a long way down to the number 3 to me.
Yeah, it's not.
Britt Baker, I would assume she would have been in there.
Oh boy! Let me tell you. Even if she was playing well, playing nice, I don't still think she'd make a top 10. She's just not in that field of wrestling ability. But that's beyond the point. Yeah. So, what are you going to say to that?
I was going to say that because this ain't the first time she wanted out, so it's time to go. It's time to go. I mean, you just gotta call it like it is and just part ways. I think it'd be best for everybody, especially for her. I mean, when last time you seen her on TV?
She had no, it was I think a night after All In, and she had a match where she won, and then Sheena Deeb came out and she did the whole nobody cares, and that was just, why would you say that? They're trying to build. I get it. I'm not saying she's wrong in that, but it's like, you don't say it. Come on, Austin. Who is it? Austin Aries. Remember how he no-sold Yeah, don't no sell it. Don't do that.
No sell.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
mean, but where do you think she going? I mean, she leave. I mean, where do you think she
Well,
going?
no, that's okay. That goes to the other side of the coin. Would she be a good fit in WWE? Because let's just, I mean, put the cards out there. I mean, TNA, it's WWE at this point almost.
Yeah,
Would she be a good fit in WWE? I want to put this
Absolutely.
out there too. She did have some slandering words about NXT, where it's like you want to go and be someplace where they kind of make you a carbon copy manufactured wrestler. Paraphrasing, but that's what she was getting to.
I think
It'd
she
just be
might.
very ironic for her to be
I
showing
think she
up,
might
but
eat those words sooner or later. I think
things
she might.
change, right?
She might take
Because
that.
Things
She
change.
might take that Blake Monroe route.
everybody gonna have to go. All roads go. I mean, if you're leaving and you plan on coming to WWE, all roads lead through NXT. I mean, you gotta learn the system. You gotta learn how they do things over there at WWE. You know
They
what I
have
mean?
exceptions. They have a
Yeah.
few
I mean,
exceptions. Jade, Penta,
Yeah,
yeah,
Ray.
I mean, but
yeah.
like I said, Blake is having a good start right now. I mean, we'll see where it goes. I think she'll figure out over there, but I'm not a fan of hers really. So, but I like to see how WWE presents her. But TNA might be an option for her too. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. That's if she want to continue wrestling or just go be a full-fledged dentist. I don't know.
Get
Right now,
podcast.
she has no choice but to be a full-fledged dentist because she ain't in the ring.
Get somebody with that anesthesia, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
some amnesia. She does have a bad reputation. She's been known to be a mean girl. I was watching this show called AEW All Access, and in the show itself, she really came off as just an unpleasant individual sometimes. I
Yeah.
really felt like she was trying to pick on Thunder Rosa. That was the whole thing, remember? Thunder
Yeah.
Rosa crying in the bathroom.
Right.
They were dragging her because she had a severe back injury, saying that she was faking it. I don't know. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
And then she got into it with MJF's girlfriend when MJF and Will Ospreay had that hour-long match, that Iron Man match, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Probably one of the best matches in AEW. Like, I don't know. Anyway,
They got so many. Bro.
well, with that being said, Will Ospreay, I wanted to bring this up. So last night, EVPs, they had a match. I believe they won. You know, they do EVP stuff. Will Ospreay and Swerve come out, challenging them again, stating, put your EVP titles on the line. The Young Bucks said, that's not worth it. We're not doing that. In return, Will Ospreay says, if you put your EVP titles up, we will put up our ability to challenge for the world title up for a year. But they can't challenge for the world title for a year.
Yeah.
How do we feel about this stipulation?
So wait, so they can't state the stipulation again?
If Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland lose, they can't challenge for the world title for 1 calendar year.
Yeah. But if the Young Bucks lose, they lose their EVP position.
Yeah, they probably should have been lost that.
I mean, it's true stuff. True stuff. I think it's interesting. I mean, that makes makes me want to. I already wanted to watch it. That's a match I'm really looking forward to. Like I said, because of the talent in it. Like I said, I didn't want. I was saying I didn't want Swerve and Ospreay to be in place of them, and they didn't want it either. They don't want it either. They said they don't trust each other. So they were having a joke about that. But I mean, I think this is a fair trade-off.
You think it's fair trade-off?
I think it's a fair trade-off.
I don't think
I
that's
lose my position, and all you lose an opportunity. You don't not wrestle. You can still go for other championships.
Yeah.
You're just not gonna go after the world title. How do you Swerve?
I mean,
you already had a hold on, Swerve. You already had a world title shot. You lost.
Because
What
of
the hell you
them.
talk about? It doesn't matter. You lost.
Oh, get out of it.
I ain't trying. Listen, that's okay. That sounds like the Young Bucks are dumb to take that stipulation. How am I gonna put my career on the line for you to have an inconvenient year?
I don't think that's
Just to have an inconvenient year. I got to put my career on the line.
I don't think that's a fair trade-off because you could just coast for a year. That's it.
Seriously, like, what are you talking about? No, they could have done something better than that. Come on, Tony.
It should have
They
been
coulda done better
career
than
versus career. I mean, because you're talking about EVP, it should have been
mean,
something on that caliber. I mean, it should have been something more than just you guys just don't get a shot at the goal for a year.
How about you take a year no pay? How about that? You wrestle for free.
Yay.
No, you want to do this for a year.
Yay.
You wrestle for free. That's right, Will Ospreay. You hop on that plane for your 36-hour flights for free. That's coming out of your pockets.
Oh, man.
I mean,
we got some hot dogs in the back for you. How about that for payment?
It's got to be a weighty trade-off because I mean, those guys are losing EVP status.
Seriously. You're just gonna be wrestlers. What you come on? You're gonna give
Yeah.
up power for them to have a bad year, a slow year, a year without a world title shot, a title shot. I mean, that's what we're talking about. Just a shot at a title.
Right. I mean, I don't know what else they could put on the line. I don't know. I didn't think they're gonna do the pay. They ain't gonna pay. That's an option, but all they probably do is 6 months. Give me a few 3 months.
I don't know, man. Something. It's got to be something.
That I ain't
I
sticking
don't
around.
know.
Period.
For all that, they should just say you don't get a title shot ever again.
I guess.
You know,
Well,
I
I
don't know.
like
That'd be
I
worth
think
it.
they
I guess.
they want to do
But
the
no,
same
you
thing
don't
they
want. You
do
don't want
with
to Cody your. Yeah, but you don't want to Cody Rose yourself into this.
Yeah, they ain't want to do
Don't
all
do
that.
that. Don't do that. 'Cause that will ruin your whole career.
Then you got to go to WWE.
Yeah, right. That helps. Yeah, but
Hey,
I don't know. It's gonna. Okay. I'm not. How about the Young Bucks.
But that's a horrible trade-off. I just want to say that's a horrible trade-off.
I don't like that trade-off either. Like, there's no win in that. That feels like a lose-lose for the Young Bucks. Okay. The Young Bucks, if they stay EVPs, they could just do that anyway.
Right. Because
Yeah.
now, so if they, I mean,
Yeah.
what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do after that? I mean, well,
Whatever. Good match, I guess. Who do you think is gonna win?
Ospreay and Swerve. That's what I got going in for this.
this made people pull for the Young Bucks now.
I mean, Young Bucks got affiliation with the Don Callis family to some degree. Okada's got new friends. They may get some help. I don't know who's gonna help out Swerve and Ospreay. That happens.
I'm trying to think. Maybe the Ops, maybe because they already helping Hangman, but I don't know.
I guess that
Maybe.
seems kind of. Oh wow! They're setting up an in game for this whole event, right? They got the Ops now involved.
Yeah.
So this thing is gonna have the Ops, Ospreay, Swerve, Gerald Briscoe probably.
Yeah. Or Mark
You're gonna have
Briscoe.
all of the Death Riders. Hell, Jericho may come out.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
What Jericho?
Yeah.
Because Jericho did team up with the Death Riders at one point, and he kind of made a thing about that. It was very brief. I think it was 2 matches. Darby Allin may appear. If Darby Allin appears, Sting may appear.
Dang.
Oh, boy, you see Sting lately? He said he stopped dyeing that hair.
Oh, yeah, he's just letting it go now.
Yeah, he got a long, real long goatee and a little white hair.
I don't know. He may show up.
Hey,
I mean,
it's possible.
if anything, to your theory, Sting should really show up if Darby Urban comes back and win that title. That's when he really should show up.
Because I think, listen, I don't put it past Moxley to win this match. That could still very well happen. A lot of people are writing Hangman as a winner. This thing ain't happened yet.
You know Moxley winning.
I don't know. He might.
Don't know.
I'm just saying, I don't know yet. It makes sense for Hangman to win, but the Darby story just is still out there.
Anyway, it's a Texas death match now, so we will definitely see how that go.
To that point, I want to point this out. I saw that promo. Moxley used the term, that's a huge mountain to climb. Peaks, he mentioned that. I'm just saying. He said those words. It's
That's
like, why
a
would you
reach.
just say that?
You're reaching.
Remember what he told Darby Allin? I can't tell you why, but you're just not ready for this yet. Give me your title shot.
I feel like Darby gonna help Hangman to win. How about that?
I mean, that could happen, but
That's what that might be foreshadowing right there.
I'm just saying.
I think if anything, it foreshadowed what the professor been saying all along.
Boo.
Because I got Moxley winning this thing again, because that's just what's gonna happen. People gonna go home sad again.
I mean, possibly.
Well, put
They
that
probably
match
will.
on first, please.
Yeah,
put that match on first.
the main event's got to be anything else but that. If you're gonna do
If
that,
that's happening, put that match on first, because Lord,
you can't have that match main event.
no.
If Moxley, you can't
Please
have that
don't.
match main event.
Let Mercedes and Tony Storm main event if that's going on.
God, don't have Mercedes have the main event if she wins.
Dang, what? What about Okada and Kenny then? Let that main event.
Yeah, because that's the unification title. Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Their winning is going to create a whole new belt.
Man. So yeah, man, you gotta just
Boy.
think that Mercedes is gonna win. I mean, you gotta just.
Well, I'm not banking on anything
I
yet.
said Mercedes gonna win. I like both of them, but
I'm not betting on that just yet.
She get a new title, it seems like every week.
She lost the title recently. She lost to New Japan Strong. She got the CMLL Women's Championship.
Yeah, she
She
replaced.
did like pop up in Australia and won a title.
She got a lot of time on her hands to go out here and be the ring keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, she might lose it, back to back to back to back. And as soon as she get that 10,
She's defending
AEW title.
the TBS championship pretty soon against
was
Mia
it-
Shirakawa.
No, that she did that. I thought she did that on
Dynamite.
Dynamite. Yeah, she did on Dynamite.
Yeah, she retained it against Mina.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't see
On
that
the
part.
300th episode.
300
Yep,
episode.
Dynamite
Okay, that was
300.
that. Okay.
Over there in
I missed
Ontario,
that then.
Canada.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff
Yeah,
going
she
down in
did. Tony
Canada.
Storm. That's right.
Shout out to
No,
AEW.
that was Ontario, California.
My bad.
It was, yeah, because that threw me off because I heard Excalibur say California. It's like, oh, there's Ontario there.
I keep forgetting it's Ontario and California.
I didn't know. So, okay, yeah, that's trippy. I didn't think, okay, but anyway, Ontario's in a lot of places. Well, speaking of which, no, they kind of didn't really, well, I guess, caught up. Forget that.
Oh, yeah,
There was
Kenny came back though from that beatdown, coughing up blood and everything. Kenny came back after the match against with Okada and what's his name? With the golden dude from Golden Lovers with Kenny. What's his name? Kota Ibushi.
Yeah, Kota Ibushi. Thank you.
Yeah, I surprised Cody lost.
That was what that
match.
segment was.
Yeah, I'm surprised Kota lost that match. I mean, I guess I wouldn't because Okada always seemed like he gets upper hand on Kota. So it's another instance of him doing that. But, they try to beat him down, and Kenny came out with that chair.
Oh, it's not. That did happen.
Yeah.
That was right after the Swerve Strickland Ospreay match. I don't know how I missed that.
Yep. So,
okay.
I feel like
I saw the
like winning that match. I think Kenny may get it.
Wow. I don't know. I tell you, this is the first
time. It's a hard call.
Dude, listen, this is the first time there's an AEW match card, and I don't really have a single, confident winner.
Right. Yeah, I know, right?
Because usually with an AEW card, I can look up and down and tell you who's going to win. It's no question at all. AEW is easy, but All In is really kind of difficult.
Yeah, they need that more often, so I'm happy for it. It's a must see. That's why I keep saying it's a must see. Yeah, at least 3 to 4 main event matches.
I also want to see the gauntlet because of the Casino Battle Royale gauntlet.
Yeah.
MJF, he won spot number 2, and Mark Briscoe got spot number 1.
Number 1, yeah.
I got to speak about this whole thing. So MJF had a match in which he won that spot, and then he's talking his junk. Mark Briscoe comes out, and he starts talking junk because he didn't like that Maxwell Jacob Freeman called him a blue-collar working bitch.
Yeah.
It was the bitch part that he hated.
Yeah.
And then he told Maxwell, how about I have a promo battle with you next week on Dynamite? And I'm like, well, what are you doing right now? Is this not the promo battle? Why you gotta wait till next week to do another one? I just don't get that.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
And then later, Jet Speed come out, and they get their butts handed to them by the Hurt Syndicate. Then they get their butts handed to them by the Sir Kenneth again. Then they get their butts handed to them by them again because they keep asking for it. So this builds into, I'm pretty sure, a tag match between Jet Speed versus the Hurt Syndicate. Do you like the Hurt Syndicate coming out on top of this match?
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a lot of hope spots, and you think Jet Speed gonna get it, but then Hurt Syndicate just comes through with the victory. Still shows their dominance.
Sean, you want to add anything or?
Yeah, man, I'm kind of on the same page because I'm really looking forward to Bobby making his way into another category. You know what I mean? It's just
I'd rather that too, instead of them doing the MJF thing.
Yeah, but I think the way it's looking like to me, eventually, it might be Bobby Lashley versus MJF at some point.
I don't know, because, going to this big thing, how are we feeling about MJF's iteration into the Hurt Syndicate? Getting better?
I'm going to say this. Might be a unpopular opinion, because the way they had set it up was this was just a black club only. This, this is where we was going. And so now you got MJF up in there, and he's paying homage to MVP. He's doing his thing.
Jumpsuit.
He is coming out MVP Junior. And so that's why I'm thinking it's all leading up to Bobby Lashley versus MJF. But I don't think it really added much to the Hurt Syndicates to take them to that next spot there as it pertains to being a dominant faction.
Well, what is a dominant faction in AEW?
I don't know.
That's be the question, right?
They dominant over the tag team division, so I guess that's what they waiting for MJF to get into the world title, which I just don't agree with. But it just depends on if he wins his gauntlet match. So we'll see how that works out.
But I never saw MJF coming into the Hurt Syndicate. I didn't see that one coming
because it shouldn't be going on.
I didn't see that one coming.
There shouldn't be going
Nothing
on.
against them, but I just didn't see that. I didn't see that as their formula. You know.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I mean, I'll call it for what it is. MJF, he's kind of had a hard spot to fall in since losing the international title. Remember, they had him going against, what we see here? Big Trouble. Ben Bishop is
Next up.
Well, shout out to Big Trouble then. We'll see we'll see if we can get some headlines going on. I gotta look him up. Ben Bishop.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is.
Yeah, we gotta look that up.
Who is that?
I'm gonna check that out in a moment. But what was I saying? MJF. Oh, what was I saying? That totally threw me off.
Ben Bishop.
Yeah, okay. Well, that look at Ben Bishop. But as far as the all-in card, you just have the tag match, the Casino Gauntlet match, men and women. It'd probably be a UFC fighter. Let's see. No, he is a hockey player.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
shout out
next
to
up.
him then. Either way, yeah, go down with the card.
Oh, that was the card. The 3 main event matches that we talked about: Mercedes, as well as Tony Storm. Yeah, they don't have everything just yet. I don't know what else they'll add just yet.
It's all in. It's like they WrestleMania, so I feel like they had way more. But you know, Tony like to
Dude, you know
put
they'll
a lot
book
of
matches the night before.
I know. Right?
Sometimes they'll add matches throughout the night. So Dynamite happened on Wednesday. They'll add a match Thursday on Twitter.
Yeah, I just wish they would stop doing that.
Okay, so Ben Bishop is a wrestler now.
Okay,
But
cool.
what's his wrestling? What's his wrestling name?
I guess it's Big Trouble, huh?
Oh, he's like 6'12".
Is it Big Trouble?
God, dog.
Okay.
That's just 7 feet.
Yeah, that's like the Big Show, right?
Yeah, you're just 7 feet. Who is this guy?
Hey, he should be doing some big things. We're gonna see what he do.
Where's he going? He going to AEW? Or is he already in AEW?
All right, tell him to come on Champion's Corner. Let's talk to him.
Yeah, bring on Champion's Corner. Let's
talk
to him.
This guy is huge. Lord, jeez.
Yeah, 7 feet. Well, anymore? That's it? Okay, we'll see. I can probably look him up if he's actually legitimate. Give me a second.
I'm looking him up right here. So,
is he doing an NIL thing or?
I don't know what he looks like. He's at he's definitely in the Indies.
Okay.
He was wrestling down here in Port St. Lucie, Florida. So
he's got a Facebook page. Look at this guy.
He close to the sport to the performance center. He won't take too much to get there.
Mm-hmm.
They know he love them big guys.
But how much will it take to stay in there?
Right. They may give him a shot though. Give him a try. Go ahead and try Big Trouble. See if he of course they got a new big guy in the NXT right now. What's his name?
But it's 801-561. Are you Big Trouble? I feel like you're Big Trouble. You're just trying to get your name shouted out.
Yeah, is this Big Trouble we talking to? Is this Big Trouble?
I think we gave him free ads. All right. Free advertising.
Yeah, I don't mind. Hey, come on the show.
For that, you need to go ahead and hit a like and subscribe. Do that.
Yeah.
It's about Champions Corner podcast. We talk about anyone in wrestling. Listen, we'll talk about Big Trouble. We'll talk about Julia Hart. We'll talk about whoever. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
There's another wrestler I wanted to bring up.
Last
Like the original Dusty Rhodes.
we had some this is Kevin. His name is Kevin.
Appreciate you, Kevin.
Appreciate you. Last time we had some Cowboy fans on, and
Lord, he probably be back on Sunday. That's his week. He a football guy.
Oh boy, Cowboy fans. All right, but I mean that's really about most of what happened in wrestling. Unless there's any hot takes or anything you guys want to add to it.
What's your take on ring culture?
What you mean? Oh, he want to talk about
ring
that.
culture.
I thought we talking about wrestling.
Actually, real quick. We can go back to wrestling. I do want to mention this. So real quick, that whole segment with LeBron where he talks about how it's ridiculous, how some people put so much emphasis on rings. He's right in that statement. And I kind of wish he stopped talking when he said that. Because then he started bringing up his examples. I mentioned Jim Kelly earlier. Jim Kelly was an NFL player, played for the Buffalo Bills. They went to 4 straight Super Bowls. Not since before or after has there been any other quarterback to do such a feat. Yet you can barely find an individual know who Jim Kelly is unless they was watching football at that time. It isn't always about the rings, but it is part of the discussion when you're talking about the greatest in their respective position or sport. You can't sit there and tell me that Dan Marino's the greatest quarterback of all time. He never won a championship. That's going to hurt your argument. It just is, because in the end of it, what are you playing a sport for? Now, I can understand people putting so much emphasis in rings where it's gotten to the point where it's like, because you don't have this many, you can't be good at all.
Yeah.
Like people dump on Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley was a beast, but he didn't win a championship. Iverson changed the game, but didn't win a championship. So I get where it can really be a hindrance of understanding a good player, but we also can't act like it doesn't mean or it shouldn't be taken into account when you're fine tooth combing a greatest of all time. You got to nitpick when you talk about the greatest. This is why it can't be LeBron. Got to nitpick.
Well said.
No great in their sport has a losing record in championship games. You can't. I can't.
This is what I was trying to tell these boys. The Alabama ambassador and my good friend here. I'm trying to tell them, man, because everybody that plays a sport, they grow up with one thing on their mind. And that one thing on their mind wasn't, well, I'm going to be a good player and just not have any rings, just not have any championships. But I'm going to rack up my points and my stats.
I'm just saying.
No, there are some players like that. Wilt Chamberlain was like that, actually. Wilt Chamberlain cared more about stats than championships.
I mean, some people care about, but I mean, everybody wants to win a championship, of course. I'm sure.
I mean, they'll like it, but
a lot of factors have to go into that. The team you got around you, and every guy can you stay healthy.
But your boy he orchestrated everything.
Yeah, he picks and chooses his team though, like that. Or even if you don't want to say he does that, he winds up on teams where that seems to be the MO, picking and choosing. So it's like, I get you need to have a good team, but everyone wants to be on a good team, but sometimes you could just be a better team.
But I mean, sometimes it just don't flow your way. Some of your shots don't land, and that's what a lot of people, a lot of them was saying. Like Tracy McGrady, all of them was saying that stuff like that. So
I get it. Yeah, like I said, ring culture it's a conflicting situation. But I'm not going to sit here and act like rings don't matter. Like,
that's my
of
point.
course they do.
That's my point.
They matter.
They're going to matter.
Of course they matter. But that's not only, measuring stick of how great you are. Just like
it isn't.
Just like with wrestling. A lot of the stars, they all didn't have the world championship.
Everybody in my top 5 had a championship.
Your top 5, me too. As your top 5. But I mean, like Razor Ramon, Roddy Piper, people like that.
Is he your top 5?
They still one of your greatest.
That's why they're not one of the greatest of all time.
But they still iconic, figures in wrestling.
Well, okay.
We're still going to talk about them.
I know, but here's the thing, though. Wrestling is also pageantry and, like, promos, and it's just so much fanfare and fest that it's a little different. Yeah, you can have a solid career if you're great. Roddy Piper, that was your example. Some people do consider Roddy Piper the greatest because he was a good talker. He knew how to get the crowd heat. He knew how to do all that. In sports, it's a little different because in the end of it, you really are just there for the talent. If you have a personality, that's a bonus, but you could just be Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan is arguably the greatest power forward of all time.
Yeah.
But the man had a personality of Plank on Ed, Edd n Eddy. I think Plank might have had more personality than him. I swear, the guy just sat in the room and stared at a wall until it was time to play basketball. So it's like, I don't know. You just, so I can't use wrestling as a good measuring stick. That's all I'm saying.
I understand. But I'm saying it ain't everything. I guess this is what he was saying. It's not everything.
And see, that's young people out there today. That's why we're in the situation we're in now, because winning isn't everything anymore.
I mean, there is this instance, like, I will have to say, there is, like, you look in the NBA, you can almost, I just turned into a whole different podcast. You look at the NBA, and it's like, some people want to win, right? But there ain't that mama mentality, right? They ain't that I'll do anything. Like, people will take a night off if I got a little.
Ain't that Jordan mentality no more.
Oh, snap. I look at a little cramp. I'm not going to play. It's like, ain't no one, I don't know if anyone's that hungry. That's why there's so many different champions each year at this point. And you even see this going down in college. I was talking to someone today, these kids out of high school committing to these schools and be like, nah, I'm not going to commit. I'm going to wherever school pays me the most. It's like, is it about winning championships or is it just about getting paid to some degree?
I mean, you never know when you're going to get hurt, so you might as well get the money while you can.
I know, but now it's taken away from the championship.
It will, yeah. But that's just like, from the back to wrestling, like I do. That's like Moxley going by Hangman. He's like, you don't really want it. You won the Owen Hart tournament, and so you think, oh yeah, that was cool. Yeah, that was good enough, but it ain't the top. And so you just happy with that position. You're not ready for what I'm carrying right now. As Moxley was saying to
The
Hangman.
responsibilities,
yeah,
and pressure that comes with it.
you don't want that.
Yeah.
But it's that mindset to where it takes away from the folklore and the legend of this person. Man, this person defied all odds. You know, this person was up against everything, and they found a way to win. You know, the stuff that we talk about. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the underdog
You could
story, the
just-
story
yeah.
of your Rockies and Rudies. And
Yeah,
whatnot.
like you know, with the Jordan, he had a flu, but you know, stomach poison, whatever it was, he still dropped 60 points.
he
or
muscled
whatever.
through it, and
Yeah.
he muscled through it.
I
Yeah,
thought now you could just decide, well, I ain't playing tonight. I'm gonna just sit over here.
I thought it was gonna happen with Halliburton this year with him with the injury and stuff, but I guess it just got too much for him in that last game. So
Well, I don't know. Listen, that's a different story. This is
Yeah.
like the NBA Finals. You can unless you boy look. Can you walk? Can you
Right.
walk?
Can
Are
you-
you good
he tried
standing?
well,
Can you get to the line?
he tried his best to make sure he was there. So I mean, he did
I
all
know,
he did.
and I
He
get
did
it,
all
right?
he could.
I
So,
know.
he did
It's
all
just
good.
that's the only reason why it's different because it's a championship game. If it was like a regular season, yeah, sit down. Don't play this. If you got a strained calf like that, but when
Yeah.
it's a championship game, there's only 1 to 2 games left. On one game is game 7.
And you got the whole offseason to heal up.
You gotta try it. You gotta go out there.
What he did. I mean, he tried it.
I know he did. I know. That's why I say like you just kind of have to. Well, I mean, I think you have to. But hey, different league. AD probably wouldn't do it. I said it. He won a championship for the Lakers. I love the Lakers.
But I mean,
He ain't no Kobe.
that's what wrestlers do all the time. They play hurt. I mean, they wrestle hurt, you know, all the
Hey
time.
man, yeah, you're going out there, you're always gonna be hurt. But you know they're really good now about stopping matches whenever people do get hurt too, though. All right.
Yeah.
Malik Beasley fumbled the bag. Yeah, I won't disagree with that. Dude, these people getting paid in the NBA. Did you see how much they giving SGA?
$5 million? Oh, that's how much
That's
was?
stupid. That's stupid. That is stupid. That
That's-
is just dumb.
25.
That man's making like $200K a day.
That's for 4 years.
I know. I mean, he won the championship and the Finals MVP and the Western Conference MVP.
Right, he won
and the
everything in one
MVP.
season, so he deserved
Everything.
all that, bro. He deserved all that, bro.
Okay, and this is the last thing because I do want to. Since we're on the microphone, I got to talk about it. Why are people hating on your girl Caitlin Clark? You know, Caitlin Clark got like the #1 vote in All-Star voting from the fans,
Bro.
But when it came to the players,
Yeah.
she was ranked 9th in
Yo,
All-Star voting.
hey, it is unreal the amount of hate that's coming at this girl. Like, let's be honest. Nobody was talking about the WNBA. Let's be honest, bro. Nobody. Man, this girl putting butts in seats.
And Angel Reese too. I still give some credit to her too. I still give some credit to her. I don't care what you say. I don't care.
Listen, I know you don't listen. I know you don't care what I say, but the numbers don't support that. They don't.
I
They
mean,
don't.
I
Here's
think
the fact.
it's both of them. I don't
They
know.
not
I know,
watching.
listen, I know you think it is. I know you think it is, but again, I'm gonna tell you the numbers.
not
I'm gonna tell you
watching
what
her,
they
bro.
are. When Caitlin Clark was playing, the WNBA had 2 million viewers. When she got hurt, those ratings went down a cliff.
Down.
She was hurt for 2 weeks. Angel Reese, I'm pretty sure, played basketball in those 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Those cliffs,
I don't know.
those ratings went off a cliff.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I'm not hating on her. I mean, I think she's good.
And I mean, and the ridiculous narrative to turn it into, well, we all been here all this time, and yeah,
Oh, but nobody
cares.
I don't know what it is. Look, I don't know what it is about Caitlin Clark. Is she the great white hope? Whatever. Here's the facts. She's bringing money into the league. At
And,
some point, you just got to embrace it, run with it, and utilize it.
and
No expansion teams.
she's
though,
gonna
but
get.
yeah.
She's putting eyes. So she's putting eyes on you guys too. So you need to capitalize while you can.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
look, I'm not saying don't foul her and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
hard fouls that she gets, like, you know, I
That's-
get it.
That's sports.
It's basketball, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is
The hate.
9th place in the All-Star vote. This is why players shouldn't have a vote. I'll give you an
Yeah.
example real quick. Going to the NBA, they did the same thing to LeBron.
Yeah.
I think it was LeBron's 2nd or 3rd year in the league. They didn't even vote him into the All-Star game. That's
I don't care.
stupid.
Yeah, that's
They
like
I think it was
shouldn't- you shouldn't
2012,
vote.
I think.
They shouldn't
Like,
vote.
that's just lame.
that's just
But
like the damn.
I thought that was wrong for them to do that girl like that. Come on now, the girl. Come on, let's be real.
Yeah.
That's like they was-
Nobody was talking about the WNBA like they did this year.
When they did that with Tyrese Halliburton, like he was overrated. That's what the players
Yeah, they
called
just say
him.
he was overrated. Yeah, they
Yeah.
called him overrated.
And
That
I'm
was
gonna say like seriously, first back to wrestling. Like when The Rock would come back, people hated when The Rock would come back, but he brought eyes to the product, and so eyes to the rest of the roster, so you can capitalize and show off when he's there. So because people are
yeah, but
watching.
then but he don't follow through. Then it's like people gonna tune out.
But ain't got to do with that. People still gonna watch when he's on. Either
Well,
way,
They're gonna watch whether his name is mentioned. I mean, if it's semi-mentioned, if they get an inkling that he's coming out, they're gonna go watch it.
I understand that, and I'm not denying that, but it's like, dude, follow through.
of
That's
course,
all.
yeah. I mean, like I said, him being.
But that's going to deter people from the product at some point. And it's like they're only just tuning in to see The Rock, and it's like now you're going to become the WNBA.
We don't know what is really behind it, what power play is being played. Word on the street, every day I turn on the internet, they swear Triple H about to be fired.
Well, because they believe that The Rock is going to pull rank on Triple H.
Yeah,
that's the theory.
Yeah,
and the thing is, and a lot of most of I'm hearing from like a lot of the people that were wrestlers, people that worked there, people that remember the friction that Triple H and The Rock had, and I'm like, well, I don't know if that's still the case today. I don't know. I can't say it is. I can't say it's not.
Egos don't always change overnight. They don't. And when you get into certain positions where you don't have to change your ego because you still garner success, i.e. the person's going to be hosting the next UFC fight, it's kind of hard to change a characteristic. So it's like when you get it's like, you are who you are, especially if no consequence comes at your actions. So from Rock or Triple H, I don't know. That could be for any of them. I'm just saying, we can't act like everyone sweeps things under the bridge. You talk about CM Punk. Well, CM Punk, you talk about wanted something. So yeah, he's probably going to make amends because he wants to be back in the company. But when you're a head writer and creative, or when you're just the head of the company, who are you kowtowing to?
Nobody.
Why I got to play nice with you? No, you play nice with me.
Hey.
So I don't know. I'm just saying.
Gotta learn how to play the game, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta learn.
I hear you.
For the kids out there. For the kids.
All right. Well, that, pretty much wraps us up for tonight. Anything else anyone wants to get off their mind? Like I said, any other hot takes?
About Cody being in his new Street Fighter, he's been added.
We don't talk about Street Fighter?
He's playing Guile. Just put it out there.
And I mean, you got Roman Reigns playing, who he playing? My phone died.
Akuma.
Yeah, that's going to be good. Well, I need to know when that's coming out.
Oh, yeah, they both fighting again outside the ring.
I'm glad someone's excited.
And we could say that's probably thanks to the final boss. Who knows?
Yeah. 50 Cent's going to be playing
Ball. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're excited about this.
They build up this cast fast. It's going to be pretty good. I'm excited for it.
Man, it's an all-star
game. Let's play a game. Let's play a game. We're here. What's the best video game adaptation to movie?
I'm waiting for them to do Dragon
Can
Ball.
we say movie and TV show? Is it the same thing?
So you want to do TV show? You can do TV show. You want to power rank it? Power rank the top 3. That you think is the best video game to movie adaptation. I'll say Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I knew more. 95. Yeah, Mortal Kombat's going to automatically be in there.
Mortal Kombat 95. Okay, for me, real quick. Resident Evil number 3, Mortal Kombat 95 number 2, and number 1, Super Mario World.
Yeah, I'm going to say Mortal Kombat, Mario, Last of Us.
Last of Us, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to say I got to put Resident Evil out there.
Yeah, that's a straight.
That was pretty good.
I'm ready for that Requiem coming out in February.
Of course, you got to say Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Last of Us Season 1, yeah. A lot of people ain't like Season 2 of Last of Us.
Yeah. I mean, well, I was going to say,
I enjoy it. It's still...
Sonic's lower tier. It's pretty popular.
It's Sonic.
The Sonic movie is good,
all
too.
Three Sonics was good.
That's what I'm saying.
They were good movies. Jim Carrey helps.
Yeah,
Jim Carrey helps a lot. I'm not happy they didn't let Jaleel White play the voice of Sonic.
Right. Yeah.
Fallout was good. It made me want to play the game. Oh,
I didn't like Halo either. No.
Oh, I didn't watch Halo.
I was very disappointed in Halo.
I didn't see Halo.
The Super Mario Brothers that came out 2023 was good too.
Yeah, that's what I had in my number 1. That really was good. That maybe I just say that because it's recency bias too.
But it was good.
Yeah,
Mortal Kombat 95 though. That's
it's just cult classic.
No,
But
it's a
I
good.
tell you what,
It was a great adaptation.
I tell
I
you
thought it was a
what,
good film.
if they would ever pull off Dragon Ball Z live action,
They tried.
They did.
They
I
tried.
missed it.
None did it.
I
They
missed
tried.
it.
It was
I
It
trash.
was a
missed it.
twist.
It was trash.
It was?
The
Oh,
twist.
man.
You thought it was going to be a good movie. That was the twist.
Oh, man, I missed that one. All right. Well, there we go.
Yeah, that was
You know,
awful.
good. You didn't need to see that.
Yeah, don't no. Listen, do not watch. Don't even go look for it. It's awful.
I heard that that new Jurassic Park is trash. That's what I heard today.
Oh,
Listen,
don't
you
say
need-
that. I'm going to see
yeah,
that.
it's-
I'm going to see that tomorrow.
Hey,
Oh, I'm about
you
to
might need to
see
wait
that.
till it come out on DVD or something.
No, go ahead and support Johansson.
I
She's
heard
got
it
to
was
get off
trash.
the MCU.
Yeah, I heard it was hot trash.
She's not going to be back for Doomsday.
Yeah,
Nah.
her character died, right? Well,
Yeah.
now that she
I
come,
don't know. Unless they
now
talk
that
to
she,
my
now that she come
Fisto.
back, now that she come back as another person.
Yeah, that or they what's the name from Mephisto? I just watched Ironheart, so he's on that. So,
Oh yeah, Mephisto is in Ironheart, which is
Yeah,
weird. I
so-
thought he was going to be in Agatha.
I
yeah,
still want to know how we get into Tony Stark's becoming Doom.
yeah. I'm not.
Well,
I'm
you
not.
see,
I'm not feeling that.
I already mentioned this. I think that this is a bait and switch. I really think that Robert Downey Jr., whoever he's playing, is a Doom bot and not actually Dr. Doom. He's going to die in a sense, and he's going to explode or something.
Yeah.
And you're going to realize that wasn't him. That was just a Doom bot.
Really?
Yeah, because it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Unless it's supposed to be some alternate universe.
Happen in the comics or something?
No, but Dr. Doom has Doom bots.
Oh,
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he's not there, but he sends out these representatives. And who knows, he can make like a real cybernetic looking one, kind of like the Terminator, the greatest action film made of all time.
yeah, shout out to Schwarzenegger.
Hey, cool.
Okay,
See,
that's enough.
you come
We're
to
gonna
Champions
wrap it
Corner,
up.
not just for wrestling. You get all subjects you talk about. So, like I
we
said,
talk about pop culture.
we probably talk about
It's all
everything.
day.
Yeah.
Exactly. You tell you get a mic in front of you, just go all day with this. It's no
Yeah.
big deal.
So hit the
But you know
comments.
what?
Hit the comments. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah,
Wrestling's at the forefront, but we'll talk about what you want to talk about.
We are a listener-friendly show. We'll interact with you, make you feel like you're part of the show. Always visit us anytime on the YouTube channels, Instagram. You can find us on TikTok. We're somewhere on Twitch. Pretty sure we got a Twitter, maybe. Who knows? You're probably on Reddit too. If not, you can definitely find us at championscorner.com. I'm sorry, championscornerpodcast.com. You can find all our merch, news updates. Definitely here to YouTube. Remember to like, subscribe, hit that bell so that way you'll know when we go live. So that way, in case you want to go live with us, we'll consider it. Consider it. Don't get your hopes up.
All right.
But nonetheless, we hope you have a good night. We hope you have a 4th of July. That's wonderful as well. It's Independence
Hey.
Day. Make sure you understand Independence Day.
Yeah.
Very fun show. I'm subscribed. Have a nice weekend. You too, 801-561. Hope you have a great night, Kevin. And big shout out to Big Trouble, Ben Bishop. He's
Hey.
coming to get Veer Mahan. Here comes Ben Bishop.
Yes, sir.
That's
Peace.
All right, everyone. Good night, everyone.
All right, now.
Good night.
I ain't want no, oh, no, oh, 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 oh. Step into the ring, it's the Champions Corner time. WWE and AEW, break it down. We shine from the top rope to the mat. All the action, all the heat. Champions Corner podcast where the real fans meet.